Hello and welcome to Brodual. This time we have a mod called Smartcast. The mod aims to make magic and spellcasting a more viable option by increasing the fluidity of the system. As you all know, in the vanilla game, casting spells follows this basic looping mechanic. You select a spell in the menu, you equip it, you charge it, and then you finally release it. And then if you want to use another spell, you have to start all over again. The mod aims to scrap that idea entirely and introduce a new one where it feels as if you can use a multitude of spells quickly and easily. The mod offers 3 new optional ways to cast spells, so you can either use all 3 or just one of them depending on how you want to play the game. Each option can be set up in the mod menu, so be sure you have SKSC and SkyUI installed. First we'll start autocasting. This option lets you set certain conditions for when you should cast a spell. So for example, if your health drops below a certain amount, then you can set it to cast fast healing. Setting up a new spell is easy, and all you need to do is equip it and then head into the mod menu. Then it's just a matter of deciding what conditions need to be met before the spell is auto-casted. So right now, as you can see, I want Oak Flesh to cast as soon as I enter combat, regardless of whether my weapon is drawn. So now when I enter combat, Oak Flesh is automatically casted. I still lose the mana, but I can continue to dual wield my swords without having to open up all of the menus. Using other conditions, you can also set it to auto-cast a spell when you sneak, or when your magicka drops below a certain percent, or any of the others that you can see on screen now. The second option is called Spell Rings, and it's very similar to autocasting, but instead it gives you full control over when the spell is casted. The way it works is that you need to assign a spell in the mod menu, but this time when you do it you'll receive a ring in your inventory for each spell you set. So now instead of having to open up the full magic menu and unequipping what you already had equipped, you can use the quick menu to activate the ring, which instantly casts the assigned spell. So once again, if I wanted fast healing I would assign it to a ring, and then when I was low health I'd open up the quick menu and select the right ring to heal. The spell rings aren't really rings, and they're automatically unequipped. You can mostly think of them as placeholders that the mod uses so you can access the quick menu to activate them. The last option of the tree lets you set up and use spell combos in battle. So similar to other RPGs that use macros, this allows you to set 1 to 3 different spells to combo, which once set adds a new combo spell into your magic inventory. So if I wanted a battle initiation combo, I could add fast healing, conjure frost Atronach and Oak Flesh. And once that's done, I'll have a new combo spell which I can use at any time. That saves having to close and open the menu multiple times every time you face a particularly challenging enemy. And that's all 3 options in a nutshell. From our testing we found them all to be extremely functional, but we also found there was a slight issue with casting continuous spells like Flames or Frostbite. The problem is that it's very difficult to get them to stop, but we think the mod was mainly designed for the majority of spells which are instant casting, so for spells like Detect Life, Summons, Horse Call, Fast Healing or Candlelight. Another slight issue is balancing, because you could obviously use the mod to cheat, but that comes down to the individual player and how they decide to use it. You can see an example on screen now of how it could legitimately be used without any balancing problems. I can easily open up the menus, cast Oak Flesh and then re-equip what I once had before the bandit reaches me. And with the mod I can do the exact same thing, except this time it saved me all of the time and bother of doing it myself. So we think the mod is great for anyone who wants to use it properly. And what's also great is that it'll work for custom spells from other mods, and it shouldn't have any compatibility issues. But of course always remember to check the mod page. And that's the end of today's spotlight. If you find yourself opening up menu after menu to use spells, then you can find a link down below. And as always, be sure to leave endorsements on any mod you enjoy, and thanks for watching.